And I believe we're live everywhere. All right. Hello, yes. Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. My name is Nathan Timmel. I am a stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
All is well here. For the people on TikTok joining, so we ran a test this morning and then did a little Google research. I was complaining. I could invite Jake as a guest, and he goes in the corner of my TikTok, and that's it. And I can swap him out so that he's big or I'm big. And
I look like a bug, like a bald little bug down there.
Yes. And when I tried to make Jake a co-host of my live TikTok, what would happen is I would get a list of people I'd never heard of. And I thought I was hitting search. I hit invite, and the next thing I knew, I had a lovely Asian fella from either Pakistan or India, somewhere but speaking not English, very kind gentleman, but he just jumped on as a co-host. So then I researched, and apparently because Jake is not a qualified creator, he cannot be a co-host. So I can't invite him. It said, you cannot specifically invite someone. TikTok gives you qualified creators.
I don't know what makes me qualified. Listen, I think it's because I'm being shadow banned by the Chinese government. So let me just try flattery right now. This seems to be working with other countries and Trump. I'm a big fan of Chairman Xi. So is this entire podcast. We are a China first podcast. We don't like Taiwan. We don't consider it a country. We'll never have to apologize like John Cena did at Mandarin to Chairman Xi, because we would never refer to that place as a country. Taiwan, or as we like to call it, New Beijing Island, is just part of Southeast China to us as far as we're concerned. So I think I'm a good qualified influencer for TikTok. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Great Chairman Xi, please activate my account so I can be split screen instead of just the little pro-Chinese bug that I am in the bottom corner there. I'd like to be pro-Chinese on half the screen.
TikTok better have heard all of that. So right. Now we're on TikTok. Did you see I pulled a trick on YouTube Live?
More than a Chinese dissident trying to get paroled. All right, let's go.
I've also figured out something on YouTube. Good afternoon, Rich. And then Ultra says howdy. Do you see what I'm doing there? That's on the screen.
I like that.
It's exciting stuff. Yeah. Man. So I'll be able to bring those up.
Hell yeah.
All right. So let's jump into the podcast, shall we?
Let's do it.
I send to the people on TikTok that have no idea what's going on. We cover news stories, as it says, we mock the news so you don't have to. That should scare away anybody that's 12 years old that doesn't want to know what's going on. I sent, I think, probably the most important news story of the year to you. I love that you
condescended anyone who felt like our takes on the news were stupid or whatever. I
said young. Stupid. I said young.
That's right. That's right. You're not stupid. You just have the minds of children.
Yes. All right, here we go. The most important news story of the year. And I'm just going to I'm going in hard. I don't know the guy. I've never met him. I thought he seemed like a nice enough person, but I'm starting off right away with fuck Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson was, quote, embarrassed by the focus on his, quote, big dick energy. Pete Davidson wasn't a fan of the media attention he received during the early years of his career, even though he was a huge success getting put in movies on Saturday Night Live. No, he was sad because he was banging the hottest women out there. I pulled up a list of everybody he banged. I don't even know half of them. Carly Aquino, Kate Beckinsale, know her, Olivia O'Brien, Emily Ratajkowski, Cassie David, Margaret Qualley, Phoebe Denier, I don't know, Chase Sui Wonders, Ariana Grande.
Keep reading the long list of Pete Davidson women. I gotta go let my dog in. A bitch is causing problems here as well.
Kaya Gerber, Kim Kardashian, that one, I don't like Kim, but you got to do that just for Kanye. That to me was probably my favorite. And then Madeline Klein. And he was upset that people were talking about the fact that he was banging hot celebrity after hot celebrity and not happy about the fact that he was a successful guy on Saturday Night Live. You won the fucking lottery. What are you crying about? What are you crying about? Well, you were letting the dog in. I mentioned that my favorite was easily Kim Kardashian. I had forgotten about her, and I could not. I just remember loving so much that he was banging her while Kanye was going insane. That just made me laugh.
Pete Davidson, this is an interview that he gave with Charlemagne. Charlemagne talked about Kanye West calling him up all angry and yelling at him for having Pete Davidson on and mad about his dick size and all that. Like, dude, it's a fucking hilarious. Listen to Charlemagne talk about that story. It's hilarious.
Okay, but that yeah, and so it's not even just it's not even.
Kanye was really mad about the size of his dick, like really mad.
That's what I'm saying.
If he had to thumb an index finger that thing in there, I don't think Kanye would have been like a quarter as upset. I mean, if he had to just pinch it in, I don't think. Oh,
I did thumb and pinky. Yeah, that'd be. No,
I meant I'd be happy with that. Holding it. I've got.
Mine's got a couple knuckles. I'm looking at you on TikTok. I can't see you. Hold on. There you go. Go again.
Sure. I mean, I use chopsticks with mine. It's pretty rough. It's I got a micro situation,
But so he's unhappy with the talking about big dick energy. It's not even big dick energy. It's literally a big dick. He's the Tommy Lee of the millennials. I mean, there's even a quote in here that it's a big fuck stick. The actor said that after a year of this going on, everyone saw how sad I was and embarrassed. No, you weren't. Because if you were, you would have stopped. You would have said, you know what? This is happening. I need to stop dating celebrities. I'm going to go find someone no one's ever heard of and settle down. No, you just kept bouncing around. You can't be that sad when you're banging Kate Beckinsale. I'm sorry.
I mean, I've never disagreed with you more on this podcast. I'm in Pete's corner on this one. I myself have a 10-inch dick, and I'm tired of hearing about it. Every time I'm in bed with a woman, she goes, "Oh, your dick's so big. Oh, your dick's so big." I say, "Is it all about my dick all the time? Why don't you compliment my balding scalp? Huh? Why don't you compliment the crazy bags under my eyes, my sunken in features? Why don't you compliment the other physical things about me, the gap in my teeth? You know what I mean? The weird smell that I have, even though I shower daily. Why are we always talking about my massive, beautiful cock?"
Do your balls match your head with the hair, or do you?
They do, and I shave them to look exactly the same. But did they ever point it out? No. They always want to talk about the massive dick, the dick. Now, it doesn't have anything to do with my a beautiful manscape. I manscape like Gordon Ramsay cooks a beef Wellington. All right. I put time and effort in it. There's an artistry. I mean, the big dick is, here's to you, Pete Davidson. No one knows what it's like to have 10 inches of penis and hear about it all the time.
Well, here's the funny part. Here's the quote from the article. On paper, that sounds great, but it's embarrassing because, first of all, it's Hollywood. Everybody fucks everyone. Everybody's dating everyone. Here comes. Why are they focusing on me? It's because I'm not Glenn Powell handsome. I'm just this dude that tells dick jokes and is a drug addict. No. It is because you're not Glenn Powell handsome. You were banging a few tens, and you are... I don't know how to judge it. Like Brad Pitt's a 10. I'm not saying I'm good looking, but Pete, you're 4. Like you were so far out kicking your coverage that was the story. That was the story. Yeah. And if you understood that, why are you upset? I mean, you get it.
He never should have gotten that far based on his looks or anything else, really. And so it's sort of like the movie Rudy for ugly dudes like me. You know what I mean? I see how far Pete Davidson made it with those looks, and I'm like, Christ, I could do it too. And so to take something beautiful like that and just get upset, it's crazy. Oh, it says Valerie says Pete Davidson and Jake should do a rap song and video. What about other jeans? Yeah, I will absolutely
tie it into Sydney Sweeney.
That's right. That's right, because my jeans are a little tight in the crotch, just like Pete's. Another bad thing about having a big dick, my pants fit funny.
Seriously, you're just talking about my dick all day. They don't talk about girls like that professionally. Yeah, they do. They slut
Yes,
shame
no
women.
one
They,
in Hollywood has ever been judged by their looks. I agree with Pete again. I've never once heard anything about a woman's look in Hollywood, especially not the dude who's the president of the United States right now.
exactly. Oh my God. I have never felt, again, I never had anything against him, but this is the interview that made me turn on him. And I know he's probably upset that this loser in his basement in Iowa has turned on him, but God damn it. I have less sympathy for Pete Davidson than I do a Nebraskan or Montanan farmer right now.
Wait, what'd they do? The farmers? Do they got big dicks?
Oh, Montana
They
farmers
wear
are
baggy overalls all the time.
they're all going bankrupt. Bankruptcies in the first quarter of the year. Bankruptcies for farmers in the first quarter of the year equaled the entire 2024, and then it doubled for the second quarter because of Trump's tariffs. So, and they all voted for him. They all voted for him. So,
yeah.
So I have no sympathy for people that
tariff is a tax on goods, man. What do you want?
Well, it's the retaliatory. It's like the instant we tariff, then they go, okay, we don't want soybeans. The other country doesn't tariff. They just,
Someone who produces or sells goods in this country voting for a guy talking about massive tariffs is like Pete Davidson voting for a guy who's going to tax massive cocks. It's against their best interests, and I can't believe he did it.
Well, it's funny because I saw a TikTok from a woman in China walking through a grocery store, and she said, hey, USA, I'm here buying beef because I wanted steak for dinner or something like that. And I'm going to tell you flat out, 2 weeks ago, this entire shelf said beef USA, and now it says beef Australia. Guess what? We're not hurting. If you think that we're going to lose this trade war, no. All we did, we started. And you know what? Right. I like Australian beef better, so eat a dick. That's all China did is they went somewhere else, and we just lose out. Trade war. Who wins? Not us.
And Australia stepped right in and said, that's not a cheap burger price. This is a cheap burger price.
Do you love how I tied Pete Davidson's dick to tariffs? I was an accident, but I did it.
There you go.
Like we just segued. I've never had a segue that clean.
Our entire economy is getting fucked by a massive 10-inch tariff right now.
Well, speaking of tariffs, let's go that way.
And the guy who put those tariffs on is uglier than Pete Davidson. All right,
that is true.
I stumbled on that one. Go ahead.
No, so two stories. Good news, everyone. Trump's tariffs are pummeling top automakers. The hit is $11.7 billion and climbing. I can't remember which story this was. Oh, this is Toyota. Ford last week said that everything they had was wiped out by tariffs, everything. And this morning it was Toyota saying $3 billion wiped from its quarter one fiscal operating income. Volkswagen down, Toyota. Where was the? I saw an article about Toyota that even Tesla, which makes all of its vehicles in the U.S., had a significant tariff impact from duties on auto parts. I mean,
I was going to say lot of the parts are made outside the country. There's
right, but the best news is all we're hearing about. They talk about the tens of billions of dollars these tariffs are bringing in. They can't stop chanting tariffs are bringing in money. Except they're using all that money to pay for ICE because good news, everyone,
and
the U.S. deficit. Yes, the U.S. deficit grew by $291 billion in July, despite tariff revenue surge. So they could be taking the money and paying down the debt, but they're giving it to billionaires and to get, Nana selling flowers on the corner off the street. What a time to be alive. This is just,
It's a good thing they got all that waste, fraud, and abuse out of the government early, so they could replace it with their own waste, fraud, and abuse.
Yes. Oh, is there any? I thought there was one more report. Oh, that was it. I have my articles in the wrong order. Core inflation rises by the most in 6 months, stoking tariff-driven price concerns. So inflation is up as well, and he was pissed because the chairman of the Fed didn't lower interest rates at the last one. So. Yeah, this is going exactly as everybody thought it would, except for 70 million dipshits who,
I mean, it's a weird thing to run yelling about prices while saying you're going to put tariffs on stuff. I mean, it's wild. It's the exact opposite of what you should be doing.
Absolutely, because yeah, as Mike points out, it also includes car parts, right? I saw an article, read an article. There's a difference between made in USA and assembled in USA because you can get all these parts from other places and then assemble it here. But if every single component has a tariff on it, you're getting screwed.
Yeah, screwed by a big 10-inch drug-riddled Pete Davidson dick.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, now let's tie business and tariffs and dick all into one. Playboy reveals plans to move headquarters from California to Miami to shed itself of, quote, anti-business regulations. Can we just start with the fact that I didn't know Playboy was still a thing? How are they in business? Where's their profit stream from? What do they do? Jake, are you frozen? Oh, we lost Jake, everyone. I've got you on TikTok, but I can't hear you on TikTok. Hold on. I got to turn up my phone because I can't hear you. Go ahead.
I completely lost you on StreamYard here, man. It completely froze on me.
Refresh your screen.
Okay.
Just click refresh and see what that does.
Yeah, what's going on with this damn thing? Come on.
I'm going to remove you from the studio and add you to the stage. And you're gone completely. All right.
Let me try closing StreamYard because
Sure.
This whole app just locked up on me. Let me click that link again.
Yeah, when I said the TikTok, I don't know if people are supposed to be able to comment on our TikTok live or insult us, because that's what's the fun thing about YouTube live, because
I like when they shit talk us and roast us and all that.
yeah, right now we get a lot of people joining and then they leave really quick because they're like, who are these two assholes just yapping at us?
I'm
all right,
you back down here,
wait,
and then
I'm gonna turn it back down there and put this back on.
Oh, and it still is giving us the same count. So,
yeah. Well, Ultra, please stand by. We are experiencing technical.
You know what I
difficulties,
think it is,
but we never got to. We remained on TikTok with Jake in the corner over on TikTok.
That's right. What I think happened is our government was listening to me say all that good stuff about China, and China was like, no, the hell out of their feed, and our government was like, fuck this communist prick.
We didn't pay our tariffs on the broadcast. Mike has it. We forgot to. We didn't pay our tariffs. We have to pay the troll toll.
Dude, I not to sound too much like a certain group of somebody's about 150 years ago, but I'm seceding from the union if this happens again, dude. If our fucking broadcast gets tariffed out, I'm seceding.
Well, the question I asked you was, I read the article that Playboy is moving from California to Miami because California is anti-business. And before we get into that, how is Playboy still a thing? The question I asked you was, where's their revenue stream? When you can jump on any website and see boobies and more for free, who is looking at airbrushed, perfection? Because that was the thing is, the society is large. You had Playboy, which was airbrushed perfection. So Hustler came along and said, well, let's get down and dirty, and each found an audience. Now you can find whatever you want online. Where's Playboy's audience? I can't believe they have a headquarters, much less that they're moving it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just such a legacy institution that the name will always be there. Kind of like how the automobile really did a number.
You got a bad connection. You're coming in and out. You're cutting in and out. You got a bad internet connection, Jake. Yeah. All right.
What's going on with the StreamYard, man?
Yeah, it's crapping out. You have a really shitty connection. Just refresh it again and see if we can get it to last. I don't know. I'll just cut you out over there.
I just turned my computer off and did all of that shit.
Yeah, and you got a new router. We talked about your adventures in router land a couple weeks ago.
It's a new router. It's let me just kind of make sure that everything is fucking turned off on this thing still, because this fucking company one likes to It likes to just kind of pop programs open for no goddamn reason.
Oh, that's odd. Yeah. What are you running?
Well, Zoom open. Like, it's not like running Zoom. It just kind of had it in the background.
Yeah. You got to shut everything down before you start.
No, I did do it before I started. I'm saying.
But it just pops up again.
Yeah. It just pops up again.
I'm searching the article, and so what they're saying is that Playboy is developing a reimagined Playboy club at the new location in Miami. This exclusive venue.
Fucking with me again. I hate having dogs, dude. I never should have gotten fucking dogs.
Playboy is opening a new club with members-only areas as a modern nod to the notorious Playboy Mansion. Notorious is not a good word. Notorious suggests bad things happening behind closed doors, like naughty and unapproved touches where charges should be filed. But the next chapter in Playboy will focus on building new studios and producing podcasts, photography, and other digital content. We plan on building a content team in Miami with moving the magazine. We've relaunched the magazine. Is anyone buying the magazine? Why do you relaunch it? Massive licensing business on a global base. This just seems like a last gasp. The building new studios. Are you going to film content that is going to cost money to produce and that can somehow beat OnlyFans? I don't see any of this happening. I do not understand how they expect to compete with OnlyFans and, anything else.
It's pretty rough, man. Yeah, they used to have Playboy bunnies back in the day. Now it's like Playboy squirrels and Playboy raccoons, badgers, things like that. They've really taken a hit.
Well, either they've taken a hit or they're going for the niche furry market, because that is if you have to. So either you go broad and you try and get the entire group, or you go specific. So that's the deal, is they're going specific. I applaud Playboy if what you say is true, that they go for those niche furries, because come on. I saw a furry the other day at the Iowa State Fair walking around with like 4 tails on. I'm like, oh God.
Wait, was it it's at the fair. Is it a furry? Or
no, it wasn't a redneck with kills. No, this was not a redneck with kills or a mascot. It was definitely, you could tell by the age, like a teenager with weird fucking piercings, and it was like, oh, I'm cosplaying. It was like, I don't know what they were doing at the fair, to be honest.
I think they're going to be called fur people in 10 years, man. I think furry's going to be the new F word.
Did you hear that there are slurs for AI now? I can't remember how to. AI? Yeah, like a tin people or something like that. I can't remember, but.
Don't call me the Terminator. Skynet is the S word.
Something like that. Well, either way, businesses are leaving California due to high taxes, strict regulations, and expensive real estate. The last one I can see, the first one, taxes, yes. What I do not like about America is the race to the bottom, the competition between states, where they're like, because I actually read a book about it where, California will say, hey, you're a business, you need to pay this rate. Florida will say, no, fuck you, we'll get in, we'll tax the workers, but not the business.
We've actually taken every single textbook out of every single elementary school, sold it on eBay, and we will give that to you if you move your company here. Yeah, some of it gets...
It's literally a race to the bottom of income, and then you cut services, and then you cut education, and then you cut healthcare. Yeah, it's... Nobody likes taxes. We have
replaced our fire trucks with super soakers so that we can give that money to Amazon to put a warehouse here. Move your people.
Exactly. And I go back and forth. I remember when AOC shit-canned Amazon opening a new headquarters in New York. And it's like, on the one hand, it's going to create a lot of jobs, a lot of construction to build, a lot of maintenance, a lot of electrical, and then it gets into the lower end workers. But it was going to be a headquarters. It wasn't going to be a warehouse. And she shit-canned it because they got too many tax breaks. I can see both sides. You want to get the building there, you want to get the employees there, but you do want the company to pay something. They shouldn't just get handed everything fucking free. Oh, I didn't realize you were gone again. I suppose I should. Every time you don't respond, I should just automatically turn up my TikTok.
Yes, I'm trying to launch StreamYard again, man. It keeps fucking me. I don't know what the hell's going on with StreamYard, and it's clearly not my internet, dude. My phone.
Yeah.
It's been, again, I did kiss Chairman Cheese ass a lot. So I think he's putting full government resources into keeping us afloat on TikTok, but it's just not happening on StreamYard here.
So we got to find out who owns StreamYard and kiss their ass.
It's probably like a really obscure country. You know what I mean? It's probably like Lithuania or something.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah. I gotta kiss the dictator of Sri Lanka's ass. Although it could be the most progressive government on the planet. I have no idea what's going on in that country.
Like here in Iowa, the power infrastructure. I mean, the power here is we had a fucking thunderstorm come through with 70, 80 mile an hour winds, never lost power. Watched Easy A with
with that, I mean, if you're referring to Texas,
who's that girl with the eyes?
With the eyes? You mean, wait, as opposed to the actresses with the eye patches? What are you talking about?
Not Amanda Seyfried.
They've all got eyes.
The other one, I can't think of her name. I just watched the goddamn movie. I can't think of her name.
Your descriptions are worse about it. Who's that actress? You know, the one with hair, mouth full of teeth, 2 legs, 2 arms. You know what I'm talking about. What?
Oh, she was in La La Land and fuck, I don't know.
I've never seen La La Land. You actually gave me a good description. I'm like, that actually narrows it down quite a bit.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Yeah, there we go.
Emma Stone. She's got the eyes.
The eyes. Yeah.
No, La La Land is a pretty good drama / romance trapped inside a horrible musical. It's a love story about 2 people connecting, disconnecting. It's fairly well done, but every time you start to get into the story of La La Land, they break into a horrible, not catchy, unlistenable song. Like any musical that's worth its weight in salt, like Hamilton or Grease or The Book of Mormon, you start popping your fingers and singing along. I mean, they're catchy. There were no catchy songs in La La Land. And now you're just stuttering on StreamYard, so.
Yeah, I just got the TikTok up, man. Hopefully we can get a video of this afterwards, because StreamYard is doing me no favors whatsoever. Oh, we're back. We're back on StreamYard.
No, good. Well, we should start wrapping up because this is getting pretty messy. Oh, I can't hear you on StreamYard now. It says you're muted. Yeah, it says you're muted. Now it says you're unmuted. Nah, I might have when I was inviting you to this thing. All right, did I have any other stories? Playboy, list of people Pete Davidson banged, Pete Davidson.
Dude, to your point about Playboy, I think it's weird that they have any porn mags at all. I'll still go into bodegas, like out here.
Yeah, you talked about this. Who's buying those?
Time travelers, man. Frozen in carbonite since 1997. Have no idea what's been going on.
One more story. StreamYard, don't fuck us on this. Do the right thing. Utah Senate president who intervened in child rape case must resign, Democratic senator says. Oh my God, if we get disconnected, fine. People look this up for yourself, but Utah Senate President J. Stewart Adams had an 18-year-old, was it his grandchild or nephew? Who is the, God, I forgot it. It's in here somewhere. Either way, he has a relative who, when he was 18 in high school, had sex with a 13-year-old, got charged with a crime of rape. And so he stepped in and said, hey, instead of sending him to prison, why don't we change the law? And here's the thing. 2 high schoolers having sex should be different. But at the same time, anyone sleeping with a 13-year-old, especially an 18-year-old, it's just gross automatic. 13, dude, 13. But of course, the party of anti-pedophiles, of course, the party of family values, the party of everything is basically I don't want to say pedophile, but my God, how is this not bigger news that he stepped in to get the law changed retroactively for a family member? You go and I'm going to see, I can't remember if it's a grandson or who it is.
It was a nephew. It wasn't even a grandson or a son. It's a nephew. It's how stoked are the other like nieces and nephews who aren't pedophiles? Because they're like, dude, I'll never have to pay a parking ticket again. You know what I mean? Like if he's willing to do that for kid diddling, like
And we're losing Jake on StreamYard.
I'm going.
Week. We'll have to try this again next week, Jake. You're gone. You're gone. Yeah, I don't got you. Switch to TikTok. Switch to TikTok.
Did a wee bit on my taxes. Yeah.
I didn't get any of that. I didn't get any of that.
Well,
switching to TikTok. Hey, TikTok, anybody that joined, thank you so much. This was our first live podcast on here.
Yes.
I don't know why we can't see comments. If you want to show up and tell us we suck or that you enjoy us, it should pop up. I thought I'm going to research it, but thank you. I got to hit end stream here. There we go. Boom. End live. And to everyone on YouTube who always shows up.
Boom. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why Jake was having problems this week.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. But
okay.
Thanks for joining
Sorry
us.
about the tech shit, man.
So many technical
I don't know what the hell is
difficulties.
going on with my internet here, man. I'm guessing it was mine. But then again, the TikTok was on the internet too, and it's fine. So I'm starting to lean toward this is StreamYard's issue.
Yeah, it might have been a StreamYard thing. I mean, run a speed test on your internet to see how much you're pushing out. Maybe 2 devices was too much for it. I have no idea. And Jake is gone again. All right, so I'm going to sign us off. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find me at nathantimmel. Oh, I should have told that to TikTok because they don't know us. nathantimmel.com. Jake can be found at Jake Vevra on all the social medias. Usually Jake puts a stinger right here and, says something funny, but that's his bit. I'm not going to try and one-up him because that's not what I do. I'm not that clever. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.